What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to tie a super easy sand flea or mole crab imitation. Pompano season's coming up, and what better time to fill the box and get ready to get on the beach. So again, kind of like in the previous episode, this is only a few materials, max of I think 5. So not that hard to do, and really simple for a beginner tyer or somebody in my situation. First, I already got my thread down. As you can see, I'm using Danville 210, using a Mustad size 1 3407 DT, and I'm going to use a medium lead eye. So for anybody wondering how I get my lead eyes on, I have my hemostats, and I try to get it to where I can hold them, and then to where I can get some thread wraps on them. Excuse me. Just like that, now we can get these tied down. Alright, with those tied in, make sure they're nice and straight. I'll go ahead and hit them with a little bit of super glue. There we go. Nothing wrong with taking the time, making your flies bulletproof. You tie them, you want them to last. Alright, with that done, tighten this back up. Next material, piece of tan marabou. I've already wet it, so I can see what I'm doing here. Get my measurement and get that tied in right on top of the hook. I'm going to go down into the bend just a little bit. About right there. Go ahead and get that trimmed off. Feels like it's about time to sharpen my scissors. There we go. With that done, go ahead and get this all tied in. And I would kind of call this a guide fly. It's only a few materials. It'll catch fish. It only takes a few minutes to tie. Takes me a little longer, but it should only take a few minutes to tie. I'm not too worried about any of that. We won't see it. Alright, with the marabou done, Going to get some silly legs. The ones I'm using are nymph legs. I think they're in tan, clear and tan bars. But again, you can use just about anything you want. Make this whatever color. Tie it to suit your fishing needs. Let's get those tied right in on the side. And the same on the other side. Don't worry if they're not even or straight. I really don't think the fish are gonna mind. Alright, I'm gonna trim these just a hair longer than the marabou. There you go. Alright, the next step is going to be the most tricky of this fly, and that's tying in the EP tarantula brush, and I'm using tan and brown. Spin that up, go ahead and get it tied in. Get it tied in good, and then we'll take our thread and jump it to in front of the lead eyes and do a couple half hitches. That one crossed over the eyes, but I'm sure it's fine. Alright, now take your hackle pliers and grab a hold of your brush. I don't think that you have to pack this in super tight. Just open spiral, just try to work all the material back as you wrap as best you can, where you're not trapping too many fibers or silly legs. Can be very easy. It's a lot easier said than done is what I'm trying to say. So we'll just do open spiral wraps going towards the front. Try to stroke the fibers and the legs out of the way with each turn. Just take your time with it and work it. You can always come back later and brush it out. Lengthen this just a bit. Almost done with it. Alright, now I think the trickiest part, tying it off. Trying to get your thread through the EP fiber and the silly legs. I'm going to take it, I'm going to pull it on top of on top of the lead eyes. I'm going to try to trap it in right there. Don't worry if you trap some fibers. It's really hard to try to keep all this material out of the way. Alright. See if we can get that cut out now. Alright. Once you get your brush cut out, just try to lay everything back and clean up the head. If you have to, you can have somebody help you take a lighter to it and burn any wayward materials or legs. Try to take that lead tag or that wire tag and fold it back so that you don't cut your thread. There we go. And it's going to get cemented down, so it doesn't have to be perfect. Now, try to get some of these fibers out. These little silly legs go everywhere, so kind of hard to keep them under control. What I'll do is after I cement it, I'll probably have somebody just take a lighter and touch the head of it just to make sure that eye of the hook is clear. Take your bodkin and we're going to pick this out really good. Get any of them loose fibers, trapped legs. Now what we can do before we do the last step is take our brush and just brush it out real quick. Get all them nice little legs cleared if they're trapped. Now, for the last part, I'm going to try to split the material going down the side and just push it down. If you want to, you can trim it. It's totally up to you. Now, the last material we're going to tie in is a flank feather from a duck. Now, I don't know what breed this was. I just had a buddy say he had something for me, and he brought me a whole bag of mixed species duck feathers. So whatever species it is was whatever was in the bag. I'm gonna try to take this and get it right on top. Be a little easier said than done. get it held on best you can. Try to trap that stem. Before you tighten it down all the way, just try to straighten it how you want. I think that will do. And then just tie the head down. So what you're doing is basically just building the shell of the mole crab, or the back. Take your tag in, fold it back, trap it down with a few wraps, and then go in and snip it out. And then just clean up your head a little bit. Any of these fibers, like this leg here, just trim it out. This is all going to get covered up with the resin, but I'm not going to show you all that because I don't have a nozzle on mine, so I have to try to pour it into one of the little silicone mixing cups and do it that way, and it takes too long. So I'm just going to clean up the head and do a couple whip finish. And there you go, that is the done fly. Like I said, I'll go back and do some resin over the head just to lock all that in. But that's it. Super simple fly. And that's what the top of it looks like, if you can see that. You have all these legs coming out. Just a very buggy looking crab fly. And should work great for pompano, redfish, anything out there that's going to eat a mole crab. I don't think they will pass this one up. So get a hook in your vise and try to tie it. Let me know what y'all think. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you're new, and let me know, would you fish this fly? But until the next one, I'll be seeing y'all.